42 months in a row? 43 months in a row? I don't think I properly said that. You can? Okay, cool. I'll just bring a portable gaming console. Thank you. You know me, Dr. Butt Stuff, always on call. A big titty. Oh. Hey, Riggs. Can you do me a solid? And can you please purge Kyros? Maybe send him a personal message, like a whisper in Twitch, and just let him know that it's hashtag not cool and we expect better of people like him. You know, just send him a whisper that says, hey man, just let you know it's a purge, smiley face, and that we appreciate you here and you are our friend. I hope you play video games with your good friend Riggs in the future, but just try to watch it from now, okay? Smiley face. Thanks. Thanks. Keeping Riggs busy today, Dr. Busta. Well, you know what they say, Kimi. I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. Albert Palmer has fatigue. Joe Peterson has fatigue. And then in the West End, Louise Teasdale, who I hope is back in the West End somewhere. I don't know for certain. We'll find out. We'll see. First things first, we have to go to White Castle and heal Joe Peterson. What are we right now? Oh, right next door to Whitechapel. I feel it coming from the east to the west. Hell yeah. Oh, hey, Kyros. What's up, man? How are you? How are you? You looking good in that sky blue hoodie? You're lucky you're a mod, Drex. Otherwise, I'd have Riggs go 3 for 3. I gotta go northeast. White Castle burgers? We had a discussion about this a while ago, Kimi. How do you feel about White Castle? The fuck is this? Football giveaway. Whoa, 5,000 bits.
I was thinking back to last TwitchCon and thinking how we didn't actually get that lunch together. Thinking ahead, we may be just as busy, or just not find each other at the right time. So regardless of if we do, meal is on me.
J-Rock. You know, I get anxiety when people are genuinely nice to me, right? Like, genuinely nice to me, because I'm not used to it. And I don't know how to react to it. Man. Oh my god, that's $50, isn't it? 100 bits is $1 or 50. J-Rock! God, this dude's in the front page for a week and does some charity streams with his feet, and now he's just big baller, throwing 50 spots around wherever he goes? Cheers, dude. What we do have, though, J-Rock, what we do both have is that we shared a room together. For those of you who don't know, J-Rock and I were roommates at PAX East with Lodi, and it was Lodi's hotel room primarily. So J-Rock and I took turns sleeping on the floor or sleeping on the bed. We took turns. One of us would go bed, one of us would go floor. And we both are snoring monsters. So sleeping on the floor with our back in the wrong position is... but thank you, dude. I don't even know if I'll be at TwitchCon. If we are, I'd like to. But, you know, don't make promises we can't keep, right? I'd like to, though. Thank you. Sincerely. Thank you. I'm not used to doing thoughtful things. I think it's time we both grew up. That's true. That is true. Yeah. Let's be honest, Rex. Yeah. Yeah. Nice job. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. It's very kind of you. And everyone enjoy, I guess, your football giveaway. Cheer any amount to get football emotes. Enjoy your Brazil, Akimi. Hey, Tapion, what's up? Who? Who what? J-Rock? J-Rock the God, right there. My man's in them. Oh, there is one thing we got to clear up, though, J-Rock. If you recall, in the hotel on the very last day, both you and Lodi were talking smack. We're talking about fighting games. And Lodi said, I used to be God tier in Street Fighter 2, the original, before all the gimmicks started. And I said, you cannot beat me in the original Street Fighter 2. And he said, I can. And you were like, I'm pretty good too. And I was like, I don't think you guys want that fire. If we play original Street Fighter 2 hyper fighting before Super Street Fighter or even Super Street Fighter, I'll beat that ass. If you play me in Third Strike, I'll probably lose. If you play me in 4, I might draw. Play me in 5, I probably might lose. Play me in Alpha, we'll tie. But if you play me in 2, I'll smack your lips. I didn't forget. Street Fighter cheeks. Riggs, it's the one that started it all. And just like any other game, the best of the best are always the ones who still win. Because true skill in any game doesn't go away. You will always be the best at those games if you have the basic fundamentals. And the ones who have basic fundamentals, like John Choi and Daigo, are still God tier because it still revolves around footsies and throws. And Ryu is still sick with it. Ryu. You know, I'll take my Guile matchup all day long and my Sim matchups, but playing Sagat versus Ryu just feels so bad sometimes. Makes me sad. Which way do I want to go? I could go north with it. Power of the Lord what? When's Cody? When I get paid. Gotcha. This guy's just steady shooting me. Thanks for the blood refill while you stand there. Look at this. I just dodged 9 times and he just said whatever. Just trying to get an idea how my new abilities work in this area, this climate. Hey, what's up, Lord Assman? Yeah, poor Germany, right? At least you were world champions for a bit, right? It's better than not being world champions at all. Rick, did you just call J-Rock a butt? Oh, never mind. Did you call me a butt? Normash, do me a favor. Can you, purge Riggs? And then send him a friendly whisper saying, you know, we don't appreciate language like that when speaking to the broadcaster. I think he's earned the respect of his peers enough to not be called names like that. Thanks, Normash. Thank you ahead of time. Did you do it? Did you do it, Normash? Did you take care of that for me? You do not have the authority to do so? Oh, now you want to talk about authority. Now you want to discuss what you have the authority to do and not do. The oppressed, totalitarian state and all this stuff, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, now you're talking about what you don't have the authority to do. Some freedom fight 'em you are. You're a phony, Normash. You're a phony. What'd I miss? Heaven has left this place. That's what you missed. I'm not asking for it. Normash, you know what? One of these days you're going to fall asleep and leave the stream and wake up the next day a moderator. I'm just going to see what you would do with absolute power. The hell was that? What is this? Riggs. Hey.
Because you'd do it if I couldn't afford DiCaprio or Sean.
What? What'd that say? Because you'd do it if I couldn't afford... Oh! Because you'd do it if I couldn't afford DiCaprio or Sean. Man, how come the UK doesn't know how to pronounce fighting games? Oh, that's right, because they used to get... I can't say that any longer. Because Luffy won Evo. Alright, I'll shut up. There it is. Well, guys, it's Cody time. Thank you, Riggs. I only hope you make the same decision if you were sober. On Communist Boy? Is that what we would call you in Twitch High School, Normash? I would love to see a Twitch High School, honestly. Normash opens up his locker on the inside. You just see hammer and sickles and pictures of Marx and Lenin, you know, his idols. Maybe Mussolini, I don't know. Hanging out. Hey, it's you know, he's wearing his Russian fur hat. Yeah, I'd be your friend, Normash, in real life. Someone comes by and pushes you into your locker. Hey, Communist Boy. I'd be like, hey, keep your hands off of him. Or else what? Or else you deal with me, bitch. And they would say, I didn't know you were friends with Communist Boy. And I'd be like, his name is Normash. And yeah, I am. Nash for Mod got my vote? Ugh. Did you just say Mussolini? Yeah. Yeah. Mussolini. As in Italian Mussolini. As in horrible human being Mussolini. Has nothing to do with communism. Or Marxism. Or anarchism. It just has to do with comparing bad people to Normash. That's all. Come on, dog. Riggs, can you please me a favor, and can you purge Kaiser J, and then kindly send him a message telling him the expectations we have in this channel, and not to take it personally? Thanks ahead of time. Twitch is Twitch High School. That's factual information, Drex, and I can't even fault you for it. You are not wrong. Damn. There are no votes here. This is a dictatorship? Yep. You're a mod too, damn it? Yeah, but you're busy doing Rachel stuff. You do Rachel stuff. He was actually a quote fingers socialist paper editor before he formed the fascist party. Had a bit of change of heart, though, and a change of wallet by all accounts. But, no matter what, Normash, he did form the fascist party. Which kind of negates the socialist aspect. Lest he would have returned to it. Whoa, Kaiser J. This is like that moment where you stand up and you take off like your emblem, like your Star Trek emblem, or your flight, your flight commander fleet bin. I will not stand idly by and watch corruption flow in this Stargate fleet. I'm no longer part of your fleet, Commander. And then Riggs has a decision to make. Is Riggs going to stand by his friend Kaiser J and say, me too? Or is he going to say, I'm sorry, Kaiser. You understand, right? How's it make you feel, Normash? Do you feel like I was insulting enough by calling you Mussolini? Or saying that you have a Mussolini poster in your locker? Riggs, you have a choice to make. Alright? You are standing in the middle of the bridge in the depths of the Andromeda Galaxy, and you have a decision to make. Kaiser Day is standing there, smiling at you, saying, do what you gotta do. You're still my ride or die for life.
You again? What do you want this time?
Can I offer you?
Keep you...
There is a all right. Good.
You again?
Goodbye.
Wow! This is like a movie. Riggs is standing there, shaking his hand like this. I can't. I'm loyal to the fleet, but he's my friend. And I'm like, pull the trigger now, Riggs. And then out of nowhere, Drex, you're weak. And that's why you'll never succeed. As Riggs sobs into his gun. And Drex looks at me and nods. Captain walks away. Damn. I can't believe that just happened. We just had a moment. This is like TNT. This is drama.
Right then. Show me.
I didn't expect any of this. You know Kimi, you know what the real plot twist is? It's I gave Riggs the gun to shoot Kaiser J with, right? And he couldn't decide if he wanted to do it or not, so Drex shot him. This is where I walk up to Riggs slowly as he's crying into his gun and say, Riggs, sometimes we have to make the decisions that are best for us. And I grab the gun and I unload it, and the magazine is empty and there's no gun in the chamber. Or like for Star Trek, I guess, the phaser was never charged or armed. And Riggs looks at me. It was never armed? Just want to see what kind of man you were, Riggs. Just want to see what kind of man you were. He stands there. What is this? I'm sorry. I love you. Yeah. A gun that fires guns? Gun. It's the way of the future. Yeah, it's a gun. In the future, there are things called guns. Seems you're a bit behind in the times, my friend Normash. Can't believe you don't know about guns. I don't want to make fun of you, but come on, dog. You don't know about guns? I'm going to sell all these. I'm not going to sell my dad's watch or my watch, even though it probably means nothing later on. I'm going to sell these. I'm not going to sell that flower. I'm going to sell these rings. I'm not going to sell Thomas's cross. I'll sell this bracelet. I'll sell these cigarette cases. These perfume bottles. Because who needs perfume when the Spanish flu is out, right? No one's going to get their guts beat up with the Spanish flu going everywhere. Last call for alcohol. You know how we do. You know, we be up in the club. Gungans? Yeah. Aren't those the floppy ear things from Phantom Menace? Oh, you mean, what do they call it in Final Fantasy Tactics? Ungars, I think? In Evilis? Ungars? Also known as, rather? Right? Right? Kimi knows. She's down. She's smart. She gets it. These are so expensive. I don't know if I need one more or not. We'll never know. I think I recall seeing at one point I didn't need to buy or sell anything else. I'll have to go find Butt, the gangster who thinks he's hard as nails, but he's actually soft as tissue. Who wants to be a prominent member of the Wet Boot Boys? Googans? I don't think they're called Googans though. Gongarans maybe? They're Shaoxian. Shishun.
When science fails you,
Oh
this
Lord.
elixir will give you faith
There's
again.
Benjamin Palmer, which means your son is right up here. There you are, Albert Palmer.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
Yep. That's him,
You
all
need
right.
assistance.
Please.
There you go.
Very funny.
Here's your medicine, you butt.
Goodbye.
I'm already here. No reason to search butt. Lord ass man, you're lucky I like you. Any other day, I'd hit you with the good and plenty. This area is almost stable. Let's see what we can do. Keep that alive. This area is healthy. Well, this area is stable. It's almost healthy. This area is in serious condition, but it should go near stable after this day. And now she's got a headache. That's in the West End, which is where I have to go back to anyway, right? Yeah. I don't think she's in this part of the West End, though. I think she's in this part of the West End. Who am I speaking to? Shut up, Adrian. I just told myself to shut up. Jesus. Be nice to yourself. Piss off. Do you need help? I've been feeling tired, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, piss off. Normash. What did I do to you, sir? How did I wrong you? Just when I was beginning to think that you and I had some things in common. I opened my locker up, Mussolini poster. You open your locker up, Mussolini poster on a dartboard. And I'm like, hey man, I never knew. I'm Adrian, by the way. Do you want to maybe like shoot some hoops after school? And you would say, I can't. I'm actually going to go practice some chess. And I'd be like, oh, dude, I love chess. I can play a little bit because I can. I'll play some chess with you. And you'd be like, oh, I didn't mean chess. I meant Sudoku. And I'd be like, yeah, I can play some Sudoku with you. It's single player. We can play side by side in the park after school. No, thank you. I'm sick. And I'd be like, dude, I'm sick. And I was just wondering why you don't want to hang out with me. That sounds like an asshole story. Well, look on the bright side. At least you weren't put in a situation that to shoot your best friend. And you couldn't do it because you're a coward who's not willing to do what's right for the greater good, the betterment of those around him or her.
Women of all countries unite.
Good evening.
I may have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell.
No one is selling. White phosphorus! Finally! It's like rain when I see this stuff. Now I've got a bunch of it now that doesn't rhyme, but I'm finna bust people up with my shotgun. It figures. I need 4 though, I think. He only sells 2 at a time. That was the last thing I needed to upgrade my ish. Right there. I need 3 more white phosphorus. Because my sight is fully upgraded, right? Yep. Full damage, full blood. Gang, gang. This is fully maxed out as well. Gang, gang. Which means if I wanted to upgrade this, I could. Not that I need to, but if I needed or wanted to, If I wanted, I could upgrade this saber with my eyes closed. Stamina consumption isn't even that great. Who absorbs blood points? Me and I could. I don't really care how long you've been together with your man. It's just a matter of time before I make you mine. I want to make it clear so there's no misunderstanding that I get what I want when I want. By the way, I made Monkey Island run with classic graphics. Yo, congrats, dude. I know that was a big thing for you yesterday. Did you use the mod thing? Did it work? Yeah, chemical weapons. No, Mash. Not, no. Come on, buddy. No. Can't take you anywhere, dog. Someone else sells high-end goods, too. Oh, I checked him, but I didn't even check her. Damn it. Does she? What if she doesn't, and I go all the way over there? Waste my time, I would be wasting my time, and I would see if she sells the stuff. Wasting my time for her, and she wasting my time. I'd have to rest 3 nights. Well, 2 nights. You boost the mod, it worked well. You start the game with Scum BM and it runs great. I'll take your word for it. You could have said anything and I would have said, you know what? You're probably right. You can do that. I'm not playing it. Could have said Adrian and I poured some pink salt, some Himalayan salt, into my CD drive, closed it, and the game started running. And I'd be like, wow, dude, sick. I knew that would work. And then Ace would come barging in here. Wow. Who still uses, honestly, Adrian, who still uses Blu-ray drives or DVD drives? That's still in the past, Adrian, seriously. I'd be like, Aeson, shut your mouth. Nice. There we go. Now, new faces. If there's one thing I'm good at is making friends with new faces and new places. Half an hour, I just don't wanna. Well, you skipped out on lunch yesterday, so you might as well do this. Let's meet our new friends. And find out if they like us or hate us. That's a song. Normash. What rap song sounds like that? Let's find out if they hate us or love us. Come on, you can do it, dog. You can open up one more tab. I'll give you a hint. G-Unit. Come on, Normash. You got this, dog. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Kaiser hasn't said anything? Because he got obliterated. What do you think he's going to do? He was standing there as his best friend held a gun to his head, and then Drex, the Shadow Broker, Riggs' arch enemy, came through and shot him anyway. For, quote, fingers of loyalty. How do you expect him to feel or react? Are you following the storyline?
Good evening, Miss Price. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you remember me?
Dr. Reed? Yes, of course. You are the doctor who healed me and my mum. Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Good to see you too, Carol. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. I did not hurt myself recently. I know how to take care of myself now. I'm almost a grown-up.
Normash. Hate it or love it, the underdog's on top. Alright? Hate it or love it, the underdog's on top. And I'm gonna shine, homie, until my heart stops. Go ahead, MV me. I'm Rap's MVP. And I ain't going nowhere. So you can get to know me. You get it now, Normash? You gotta speed it up. Hate it or love it, the underdog's on top. And I'm gonna shine, homie, until my heart stops. Go ahead, MV me. I'm Rap's MVP. And I ain't going nowhere. So you can get the G-Unit. From beginning to the end. Paragraph. Oh my god.
Why are you awake at night, Carol?
I am helping my mother in her shop. It's not easy, but I'm a grown-up now.
I didn't bring my water out here?
I'm sure your mother is grateful for your help.
I do the best I can. But I'm so clumsy sometimes. I drop things. I injure myself. It's a good thing my mother has the patience of an angel.
Why is work not easy? Is something or someone bothering you?
Oh no, most people are gentle with me. But I'm so nervous sometimes. I pay no attention and hurt myself. Good thing my mum learned first aid.
I keep fixing your stupid Microsoft account problem. Quit alerting me. Go away. God, I don't even know why that's paired to my computer. I got to unpair that. It's so annoying.
What can you tell me of the people living nearby?
I don't speak to many people, except our customers. It's not easy to make friends. And with the epidemic, it's even more difficult.
Jesus. Looks like amber? God, you look into the Baltic Sea and you see these glowing orange stones and you're like, man, that's pretty. You pick it up and put it in your pocket and...
What can you tell me about the epidemic?
Some of our regular customers have left London. Some others only send their housemaids now. Everybody fears the contagion. I've even seen men with weapons.
Have you no friends at all?
No. Mr. Nithercote used to pass by and was always nice to me.
Does he not come by anymore?
No. Mum said he was weird. Always reciting poetry about a girl he'd met in Whitechapel. I wonder who this Camellia may be.
Really? Camellia?
Do you enjoy working with your mother?
Oh yes, Doctor. My mother raised me alone after my father died. We've always lived together, and she has always watched over me.
Do you remember your father?
No, I was just a baby then. My mother always told me how strong and good he was.
Do you ever think about getting married now you're a woman?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. Mum always says I'm still a child who has no idea how tough life can be. No husband would like a clumsy girl like me.
Oh, come on, buddy.
Do you need my medical attention?
No, I'm all right, Mr. Reed.
Yeah, she's fine.
Have you ever met the famous Aloysius Dawson?
Yes, a very strange man. Not very nice.
What do you mean?
He said he was ready to pay good money for rare books, and then laughed at what we showed him.
Well, that's not very nice, is it?
Goodbye, Carol.
Sounds like a butt to me.
Good morning. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Hello.
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reed, I didn't know you had returned from the war.
Why does no one
I
know
had a
that?
new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition. It's been a long time.
Shouldn't have
Too
left
long
you,
indeed.
without a dope beat
And
to
as a
step
token
to.
of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
Good thing I'm rich. Hello, Adam. I mean, Riggs. Come on, man. You gotta think about your audience. You know? Normash, you never heard of Stunt 101, or I guess Stunt 101, but it's called 101.
What can you tell me about yourself, Miss Price?
I'm still managing my shop. The only difference is, since the quarantine, we're open at night. You, on the contrary, seem to have changed a lot.
Well, I'm a vampire now. So.
Really? Have I changed that much? It must have been the war.
Perfect.
And the night shifts since my return.
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reed, you're still handsome.
Oh.
Just maybe a little bit wiser. More serious. It suits you well.
I'm extremely white. Hey, doesn't matter if you're black or white.
Tell me more about yourself. No new fiancé? I remember you were hoping to get
These
remarried.
camera angles.
I'm sure you must have a few suitors.
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter and a little business? As you know, I only fancy handsome men like yourself.
Yo, she trying to get it. Potato, I think after that last statement, we can safely say that. I think she is. Carolyn admits she has a thing for her former physician, Dr. Jonathan Reed. Nightingale syndrome in full effect. Nice. I put Lamborghini doors in the Escalade. Low pros looking like I'm riding on blades.
Have you noticed anything in particular in this part of town recently?
Other than you coming back to cheer me up?
Oh.
Nothing at all, Dr. Reed.
Carol's gratitude is exemplary. She seems determined never to leave you.
I'm taking care of my daughter as well as I can. It's not always easy, but she's the best gift life gave me.
Aw.
But she'll probably leave you someday to live her own life. Will that be difficult for you?
Why would she leave? Children sometimes stay with their parents until the end, for they know no one else will love them as much.
Also, I want to give a shout out to my good friend Fahrenheit for using OK Think instead of OK Thinking or OK Thunk or OK Thunking. I think you did it accidentally. You slipped up.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But
Amen.
isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
Airplane crash. Thanks to the host, LABM.
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price? I remember you were often concerned about her health when she was younger.
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's almost a young woman now. But she'll always remain my sweet little baby.
So you're less afraid?
Some things never change. Carol is still too clumsy for her own good. Sometimes her innocence puts her in real danger.
I'll put you in real danger.
Why would her innocence put her in danger?
She does not realize how cruel life can be. Maybe I was a bad mother to protect her too much. My poor dear Carol.
You have every reason to be cautious, Miss Price. Especially in these difficult times.
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reed. It would be nice to have a man here more often. We would both feel safer.
Ha. I'm just going to buy some goods and peace out.
May I look at your goods, Miss Price?
It's always a pleasure to have you here, Dr. Reed. Take all the time you need.
Really? I just softballed that one up in the air and she just didn't bite? May I take a look at your goods, Miss Price? And she was like, yeah, sure. I half expected her to say, oh, you can look at my goods all you want. And I was going to be like, resident sleeper. I can't believe this is a brand new shop and she's not selling. Oh my god. I just realized.
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
Shut up, I'm thinking. The shop that I bought white phosphorus from was him in the West End. Could it be the West End sells it because they're in healthy status? And this is why the other areas don't sell it? Which means the docks should have it, if that's the case. You didn't mean to spam it? Lord Aspup, man. You don't need to apologize, sir. You have nothing to apologize for in this dream. You're fine, dude. Worry not your little anxious heart. Same? Yeah, didn't you like hear the way he said it? Like, the thing is, he says it the same way as every merchant, right? May I take a look at your goods, Mrs. Price? But like, you just felt like it was coming, you know? Oh, Dr. Reed, what you didn't you put your fingers in my... Also, that is me IRL, though, you know? I'm the kind of person where if someone said, so Adrian, yeah? You want to take a look at my goods? I'd be the one who say, actually, I don't have too much money, and I'm kind of like feeling a little frugal right now. You know, so I'm trying to watch what I spend my money on, but I appreciate your charitable offer. There's a bit of frailty when it comes to my wallet right now. It's been fractured by the recent sales of Steam. What can I say? But once again, thank you for that. I appreciate it. No, Adrian, do you want to take a look at my goods? I just told you that I can't, though. I don't understand.
Too many murders to investigate. Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are and why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
Adrian doesn't know what any anatomy is called. He just makes up as it goes along. The only anatomy that I know, nowhere mass, is what wrestling taught me. Like the mandible claw. I know this is the mandible because he puts his fingers down here under the base of your mouth and pulls down in the mandible. Which, by contrast, the top part is the maxilla. Wrestling taught me. I used to think the mandible claw was a dumb thing, you know? Until I actually put my fingers in my own mouth and started pressing down the bottom and realized how fucking painful that is. And the idea is, why don't you just chomp down? But mankind always wore fabric and bandage over the fingers. And by the time someone's pressing down that hard onto your mandible and pushing up with the thumb and trying to rip your jaw down out of its mouth socket, the reaction to bite is overburdened by the amount of sensation and pain you're feeling. You're too busy screaming to actually bite down. So logically, it does work. And when you think about all that, it's a really terrible maneuver. I'm sorry, hey, boy fruit. And then they're like, Adam, please, for once in your life, don't be this stupid. I am bored enough to hit on you, and you are lucky enough to be here at 2 a.m. Just say yes. And I'm like, what's it to do with that? Same Adam. Same. That's me IRL. That's the kind of life that I live.
I'm here on my own, sir. I have no official appointment other than my desire to save lives.
Then we have the same objective, sir. The difference is, to catch my suspects, I use a magnifying glass and handcuffs instead of a microscope.
Okay.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
He looks like Robin Williams in Dead Poets Society.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with a civilian, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard. investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes, the situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
But you have enough to cover the West End, just not the East End. Sounds kind of suspect to me, dog.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
I'd like to report Jeffrey McCullum. That's funny. I almost want to do it. He's the leader of the Prewin people who have been vampire hunters. Do you know Fergal Bansha? Fergal Bansha is the person who is part of the vampire leagues, the subordinate that I murdered. So I don't report a man that I murdered. I almost want to say I like to report Jeffrey McCullum just to be petty. But I feel like you never know who might be an ally and who might be an enemy.
No, I've noticed nothing odd.
All right. But keep your eyes open, though.
Pretty much how it works in this day. Having lived in the East End, I'm sorry, boy fruit. I'm on your side. Hey, Kaiser, welcome back. Should I even dare? It's funny.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it, with just one phone call.
What are you investigating?
Well, my 2 missing persons cases have been solved. By you, it seems. Are you just that lucky? Or do you know something I don't?
I was lucky enough to find them both while conducting my investigation in this part of town.
Why do I still have the feeling that you're hiding something? What about the abductor? Was it the same person?
I don't think so. You had better interview Miss Teasdale and Mr. Kimura on that matter. All I did was to lead them safely home.
Oh, Miss Teasdale is the person in the sewer. Mr. Kimura was the other dude. So because I rescued them before queuing up the quest line with him, he acknowledges that I already did the work for him. I like it.
What are you in?
Well,
I was
well done, game.
I don't think...
Well done. Well done.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Don't bet on it. God, do you hear how cool I just sounded? Did you guys hear how cool I was? Goodbye, Dr. Don't count on it. That was like a total burn right to his face. Man, I'm so cool. I already went there. I went there. Now I have to start heading up. Ah, the Baker brothers. What is this way? The back route. Baker brothers first. Ice cold? Thanks. Sick burn, my dude? Thanks. I didn't want to brag, but... Sit down! Thank you.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
Agamemnon? Agamemnon? Am I being trolled right now? Agamemnon? Agamemnon? Agamemnon. In Greek mythology, Agamemnon was the son of King Atreus and Queen Arab. Ah. Okay. Greek mythos. Commanded the united Greek armed forces in the ensuing Trojan War. I wonder how much of this is relevant. Agamemnon. There are a lot of clever touches in this game. These need to do with Guerrilla Games did Horizon Zero Dawn and hired Nats to teach them the parts they aren't competent with combat.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
Looks like Steve Nash.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
No, I'm not.
Good for you. It's a good thing to have a clear idea of where you stand concerning crucial questions. Don't you think?
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
Steve Holt!
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
Everything is ask my brother, ask my brother, ask my brother.
Who are you waiting for exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
Maybe you need me to eat/kill one of you in order to force the other to leave. I'm the event. I have to kill one of you. He just said that he only hopes that he dies first instead of his brother because the grief will kill him. I've got to kill him.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you are not in your place? That sort of trap.
This dude's too deep for me.
What are you really afraid of, Agamemnon?
The problem is, it's precisely what I don't know that frightens me. So I suppose I can't really answer your question.
Well.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
Yikes, Aries Queen. I'm sorry that emote is reserved for subscribers only.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed? Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain
Hey,
I've already heard
Pericles.
of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Can you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
No, I don't. I don't recognize it anymore. Or perhaps I just don't like it anymore, now that I've seen its true face.
I don't recognize it either. Or at least what it's become. Hate, violence, social disparity.
America?
And I am not talking about the criminality these days.
Yeah.
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave.
What?
When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
This game, man, you know, one thing I really do enjoy in all forms of writing, whether it's in cinema, book, or game, is when characters are so different than the ones you previously encountered in a previous scene, chapter, or story of the game, that it individualizes everyone. And this game does a great job of having people who are extroverted out there, some who are ill-tempered, some who are ill-mannered, some who are wise, some who are overindulgent, people who are mute, ones who are arrogant, ones who are racist, ones who are twins, uncertain, speaking in riddles. And all of it's not force-fed as if to say, look how different we are. It's just personalities, and they're in settings and mannerisms, and they're doing things that differentiate them from one to the next. You know, it's not like taking an action figure, like a Ninja Turtle action figure, and putting it in the middle of a Star Trek set and saying, look, this different person in this setting. They're putting different people in the settings they should be in, doing the things they should be doing. Kind of makes me happy.
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Oh man, Ares Queen. Look what just happened. Former moderator Kaiser J made it so you could OK OMG again. Look. And the first thing you do is say OMG.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
Okay, OMG. There it is. Enjoy, Ares Queen.
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing, and for what reason.
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
Okay.
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He's always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
They are riddle monsters. Editing videos from your internship? How's your confidence level in doing so?
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
But your brother said that he's waiting for someone that you said would be here. and that you guys should wait for this person before you can leave, and now you're saying the person is someone that your brother knows and it's their acquaintance? So it's their acquaintance that you're bringing here, and you're both not... you guys are...
Tell me more about your strange feelings towards the city.
I would be happy to describe them, but it's too hard to explain with mere words what I'm feeling. It's unclear, too confused.
Go on, please.
Where should I start? The world is chaos. Men go mad, and nature itself runs roughshod over us all.
This is not the first time mankind has faced a deadly epidemic or a war.
Men kill each other while nature decides to kill them all. I don't know what scares me the most. Do you?
The madness of men. The wrath of nature doesn't take sides. The only thing nature serves to protect is the well-being of the world that it belongs to, the planet that it inhabits. Men kill discriminately. Nature kills indiscriminately.
Plagues and epidemics can be seen as an implacable force, a curse even. But the ferocity of mankind worries me more, for we choose what we do.
Yes. At least nature is not aware of all the suffering she brings to us. At least that's what I am hoping.
Yeah.
How long have you been waiting for this man?
Sometimes I feel as though I've been waiting for him for ages. Perhaps it is my role in life to wait for him. Not a pleasant thought.
It could be dangerous for you, waiting here all night.
That's quite true. But what other choice do we have? We are waiting here until we finally go.
I feel like I have to kill one of them. Being too proficient is never a bad thing. Yeah, Ares, look at me. I feel like they're waiting for Godot. Gal Gadot? I hope not.
Mr. Baker, I have met many strange people during my life, but you are definitely one of the strangest.
Really? I don't feel particularly odd or weird. All I want to do is leave. What's wrong with that?
Why are you still waiting for this person?
What would be the point of going before meeting the man, as he's going to help us leave?
Yeah, I think they're talking about death.
Pericles, what are you going to do now?
I don't know. Perhaps it's time to leave. Perhaps we should stay a little longer. How can I tell?
And where exactly are you thinking of going?
In a place where I will finally have that feeling, to be where I belong. The world has to be meaningless chaos to make such a heaven plausible.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Goodbye, Mr. Beck.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
Tell me, how long have you been waiting here?
I can't say for sure, since I have no watch. But the night is still young, and I am not tired.
Is that the most honest answer you can give me?
Yes, I think so. Why does it irritate you, sir? Is comprehension really that important to you?
I love him. He reminds me of Winnie the Pooh. The first thing he said, "Can I help you in any way?" "Yes, do you have the time?" "The time, sir?" "Yes, the time. Is it not as important to know what time it is, if not the day as well?" And now he's like, "Well, I'm not really sure how long I've been waiting here, since I have no watch." That's a very Winnie the Pooh thing to say, and making everything so a matter of fact and not making a big deal out of everything.
I know one thing. I do not understand who you are.
And it's better that way. What kind of life would we live if we could summarize a person in a few words or a few lines?
Oh man, I love him. He's so annoying. I love him. He's not even annoying. I just love him.
I'm a scientist. I try my best to understand things. I know the world has to obey unbreakable rules.
You know, or you want the world to obey such rules?
Man, I don't want to kill them. They're great.
If you finally manage to leave London, where do you intend to go?
A happy place, that's for sure. A place where I can smile because I know the next day will be better than the previous one.
Such a place doesn't exist. There are never any guarantees that tomorrow will be a better day.
That would mean I have no hope left, and I just can't accept such a conclusion.
These guys. Agamemnon Baker and Pericles Baker. They're both level 4. I could eat them. I should eat them. Set them free. Give them that which they so desire.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
That's the thing. I said annoying at first, Kyros, but I don't even think they're annoying. They just speak in a diction that is unlike everyone else around them. And the first thought is to call it annoying, right? But by all rights, it's fluid. Ares Queen just edits when she comes in. Sit in, listen, let me conversate, better yet, regulate. Ares Queen, let me hear your bars.
It's locked, all right.
It's kind of easy when you listen to the G'd up sound. Why can't I go over here? What a bloody mess. I wonder if that means she's the other side of the West End. Why is this not Mikey yet? Ah, it should be Mikey. My mistake. I'll fix that. Welcome back, Todd. You sticks don't even know the name of my band. Welcome back, Todd the Bob, for 31 months in a row. You poor sod. Hold on. Pressure plate? Pressure plates. Why? This sucks. I hate this. Because I feel like it doesn't matter, but I'm making it matter. I hate it. How goes the Daedrian? Oh, you know, I'm chilling. How goes the Todd Daedrian? Hello, sir.
A red river, a song in the dark, the whispers of a sun. So many signs to interpret.
Yeah. The night is dark and full of terror, my friend. Mind if I take this? Thanks. Vampires are dangerous? I'm not reading that. That pablum.
Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they tell me everything. They told me that you struggle hard not to take too many lives.
Whoa. Hey. Usher seems to know that many Londoners have been recently murdered. Whoa. They call me US HERRAYMOND. Ah, I am Aries Queen. My stomach is not tender today. I feel healthy. I feel good. I think tonight I'm going to return to the gym. I was going to wait till tomorrow morning, but yeah. Oh, that's right, Todd. You said you were going to GDQ. So you're going tomorrow, which is on a Thursday. How long are you staying?
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller then.
Oh, I can tell you many things, but they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Well, anybody knows that. I mean,
do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
I don't like this guy.
Read my fortune, then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
I do not want a big plate of sushi, but thank you. Till Sunday? Hey, that's still good enough though, right, man? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? I hope you have fun. Please don't bring a giant signboard and hold it up to get attention to yourself and the audience.
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The Guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though.
What?
Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
Man, I don't know if I want to do that side quest because you know I want to read that notebook. You're a wallflower? Oh, I won't even wear clothing that's too bright of a color. I feel you, man.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Ugh. Of course.
Here is the money.
The glutton. A man who just eats life as a cake. A righteous ego, surprised to fall in love.
Calhoun Russell. What about him? We knew this already. Calhoun was the lover of the famous actress Doris. Oh, so you reveal those things for money. Well met.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Assassin's Creed?
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars?
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
Interesting.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
All right. Let me hear it.
The walls of your prison have already been raised, Jonathan. But you will freely accept to be locked inside, full of hope for a better day.
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
Mary did not deserve her fate. She had already suffered enough during her life. And yet the pain and the suffering went on after her death.
Suffering is part of the immortal condition. Some prefer to lose their minds rather than face the simple truth. Pain will never stop.
What's up, Martin? Have you ever been so tilted that you forget what it was like to be good at a game? Yes. There aren't too many games that I play long enough to consider myself to be really good at, you know? Like, even fighting games, even when I play, like, Street Fighter 4 for a long time, Street Fighter 2 for a long time, I never study for years on end. I would go months, take a break, months, take a break. I consider myself good at Overwatch, even Killer Instinct. I get good enough at all endeavors that I engage in. Final Fantasy 11, I was never really bad at. But I would say Final Fantasy 14. I would say 14 when I was playing it. In all the MMOs that I've ever played, I don't really do tank that often. It's like a subclass for me. Like even in 11, I had Ninja as a tank, but it was like backup tank. But 14 was my first endeavor to be a tank. And knowing that you're a tank means the entire party depends on your ability to react and make the right decisions. Healers carry the party. Make no mistake. Healers carry the party, but they can only carry as far as the tank does when they don't fuck up, right? So when I started doing poorly in in-game content, I became tilted. And I was like, I'm not good. I'm really bad at this game, and I don't want to play it anymore. I know. And the thing is, you feel like, I know I'm better than this. I know I'm better than this. But what I did, too, was, if you recall, when I got bad at 14, I started watching tape, even live on stream. I went back and watched the streams of me playing Warrior and saying, what was I doing wrong? I asked Shish Kebab, you know, like a perspective. What do you see that I'm doing? Or asked Vale, what am I doing wrong? What do you see that I could be doing better? I took that more serious than anything I should have, probably. I watched tape. I asked opinions. I went back. I started looking up guides. I started testing on dummies about my rotations and things like that. But, yeah. I'm losing my goddamn mind. I know I'm good at Bloodborne, yet I'm stuck to the fucking balls, to the point of yelling insanities out loud. I'm only good at Stardew Valley and Sims. That's something, Aries Queen. Lower Tumaru. Oh, it's breaking me. I'm not strong enough. I'm good at buying video game sales. I feel that. It's been a good part of the evening, cackling maniacally. I'm stuck in the same room for hours and I just want out. Oh, you're in a Chalice dungeon. So wait, you're stuck in a Chalice dungeon because you can't solve it, or you can't get past it, or are you under-leveled?
How do you... Is it... Vampire? I would rather...
Your defense is not accepted, Aries Queen.
Goodbye. I rarely wander. Perhaps London will survive.
How much money do I have? 540? I can afford another thing.
Good evening.
Can you read the...
Put the money...
Here is
The hunter. A good heart in disguise. A liar willing to help for real. An armed man unable to strike.
Goodbye.
I rarely...
How did that help?
Again. What are the cards trying to tell us?
It's fucking hard. Maybe you just need a break, Martin. Maybe you need a break from the game. If your skills are sharpened enough, then maybe it means you're thinking too much about it and not acting naturally. And because you're so impatient and ready to get out of that dungeon, that you're making mistakes you normally wouldn't make because you're so busy trying to think about what it might be like to not be there. You know? Someone's still sick that I haven't cured yet. It's What's-Her-Face. But I don't think What's-Her-Face has arrived to the West End yet. One way to find out. And that's to explore the West End myself. Louise Teasdale. Technically, she should be in this area, right? Oh, Kimura, I rescued him too. So Kimura and Teasdale should be in this area because I recently rescued them, right? But where are they? Yeah, Martin. Take a break, dog. Or don't. It's your life. But I'd rather not see my good friend further descend into madness. Nice.
Nobody takes him seriously.
Ah, Louise Teasdale. Wonderful.
Good evening, Miss Teasdale. How have you been since you returned home?
Dr. Reed. Oh, thank God you returned safely from these awful streets. I was so worried about my father that I left without thanking you properly.
Please don't mention it, miss.
Good. I found him, you know. My dad. Or what was left of him. I think my abductor intended to do the same thing to me.
Do you need my medical attention, miss?
I don't need your help specifically. I can assure you there are many competent doctors around.
I have no doubt about it, but I'm offering you my help anyway.
All right then. But please leave me alone for now.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do for a living, Miss Teasdale?
Before my kidnapping, I was a waitress in a pub. Now I'm unemployed.
Were you fired?
No. It's just that after my recent experience, I don't feel like I can go back to my normal life. I need to do something useful.
You owe Anthony Davis $40? Should have played him one-on-one.
Be very careful, Miss Teasdale. You were lucky to escape death once, but vampires lurk everywhere.
You killed my kidnapper by yourself, didn't you? No offense, Doctor, but you're just a doctor. I don't see why I couldn't do the same.
Okay.
What do you intend to do?
Dad always told me, Louise, if you want something, don't stop until you have it. I did my research and I found it. Ichabod Throgmorton, professional vampire hunter. I'll be his apprentice.
No, don't. He's a fraud. Don't be his apprentice. Louise.
What can you tell me about this area?
I've never really liked this part of town. It was where my father wanted to live. I won't remain here much longer.
What exactly don't you like about it?
People here are contemptuous and elitist.
Huh.
My dad always said, Louise, always treat people like you want them to treat you.
I'm gonna get a snack. It'll help. Goodbye and thank you. Say excellent. So wait, you're gonna get a snack and leave? You do you, man. Have a good evening. That's cause my girlfriend ... I have no debit card at the moment. What are you talking about? What do you mean you don't owe me money? I don't get the reference. Yeah, I'm just a doctor, Normash.
You seem to cherish your father a great deal.
Dad was the best. Kept an eye on
You're
me,
a snack.
but let me make my own mistakes. Louise used to say, mistakes are the best teacher. You would have liked him.
I'm sorry you didn't have the opportunity to say goodbye.
That's all right. He's buried in consecrated ground now. Nothing bad can happen to him.
Foreshadowing?
Louise, tell me what you really think about your father's sacrifice to save you.
Oh, God.
I'm proud he went after me. I forgive him all his harsh words, all his bloody attitudes. I only wish I could tell him how much I loved him.
Yes. It can be traumatic not having the chance to say goodbye to those we love.
Yes, Doctor. And there's no treatment for that type of pain, isn't that right? That may be the last thing my father taught me.
Well, now that we're all sad, I guess I can leave now. Thanks.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale.
It's always been your house, Dad. Not mine. Support the equality between men.
Aw, Ares Queen called Martin a snack. He should feel good about that.
Good evening, Doc.
So, Did you try the restaurant I recommended?
Oh, yes, I can't thank you enough, my dear doctor. Exquisite, but expensive. But what is money made for, if not for little pleasure?
Don't whisper at me like that, you weirdo.
I'm glad you enjoyed the place.
I do, Doctor, I do. Thank you again.
Hint failed? Why?
Calhoun, tell me about your relationship with Doris Fletcher.
Oh, Doris. Cold-fired and burning ice trapped in a perfect body.
Well...
Our passion was as intense as it was brief. What an actress.
How did you meet her?
On a boat to France before the war. She was thinking about a career in Paris, and I was eager to try French gastronomy. We both returned disappointed.
Yikes.
I expect you've seen her on stage, too.
She really is the best actress of her generation. Such frailty and such strength at the same time. I hope she'll play again soon. She's been away for too long.
Yeah, Doris is not going to be on stage anytime soon.
You sound surprisingly sad. Have you regrets?
I think of her as a divine dish. I'm glad I was able to taste it, but I regret I could only get a bite of her mystery.
You really loved her then?
She fascinated me, Dr. Reed. I can't imagine what she must have endured through her life to reach such a level of emotion and sensibility.
I can tell you exactly what she endured.
I may have a look at your good.
Do you sell sodium butt yet? Oh yeah, you gave me my first phosphorus. My first white phosphor. Right. Everyone's healed, I think. Which is most splendid. She's on the mend. Right? Yeah. On the mend. Everyone's been healed. So I can go rest, right? What was I doing here? That's fully stocked. That's upgraded. That's upgraded. I think I wanted to upgrade this. Good. You skipped lunch and now you're hungry? Well, Ares Queen. I think we both know what must be done then, right? Right? I think you know what must be done, Ares Queen. Don't talk about it, be about it. Go get your omnoms, lady. I'm gonna rest up so I can advance the districts to be better places. None of these abilities can upgrade because they're all maxed. But all these can. Don't want to carry more bullets. That's bullets for you guys. Level 6, level 6, level 7, level 3, level 3, level 4. we go. Better healing per bite. Still level 28. Good. Danish on your way home, if they have any left. Shout out to our good friend. Sanitized. We did it. The richest part of town is sanitized. Congratulations. The dock's unaffected. Good. As it shouldn't be, because no one died. But there's always time. They're healthy. How can it go down from some person getting sick when he just got sick? That's not fair, but okay. Guess I'll go find you and heal you up. Why am I getting penalized for people getting sick? I can't help it. I healed everyone else and then new people got sick. Father Tobias Whitaker is by the chapel in Whitechapel. Barrett Lewis is right outside of it as well. Maybe because their pillar got destroyed. Or dead. Another Overwatch pro caught using slurs on stream? Ah, man. Remix on the Gladiators? Well, I guess the Battle of LA is over, right? The Valiant win. Again. Sorry, hydration. All right, soon on the Valiant. Don't let me down, man. Come on. One fatigue, 2 fatigue in Whitechapel. 2 fatigue, 1 cold. 2 fatigue, 1 cold. 2 fatigue, 1 cold. 2 fatigue, 1 cold. 2 colds. Great. 3 fatigue, just in case. Great. Quelle surprise. No, I already made, okay. Thank you. Thank you for looking out for me. You're a good friend. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good evening, Doc.
I may have a look at your goods.
Where is that white phosphor? I need 2 more. Damn. Damn. Do you even sell aluminium plates? I don't think you do. Not that's a major need right now, but... Click, click. Hi, click, click.
Good
Do you know any?
He used to be a...
I see.
I really can't say.
Goodbye.
You know, Onago, many people have agreed with your sentiment since about 6 days ago when you first said that this game would be so much better if there was no combat altogether. And others recognize that combat is a problem of the game and does not need to be removed altogether, but simply retooled and made better. Kaiser J even alluded to Guerrilla Games, having them outsource the combat to someone else who's more well-versed in it and paying for that. I simply think there should be fast travel.
Why can't I forgive you, Father?
I would adore fast travel in this game. That would make me happy. Not that anyone asked me what would make me happy, but You know, in case you guys were wondering. Okay. Newton Blight in Pembroke. Newton Blight? Who's Newton Blight? Oh, right. It's the lovers. Oswald, Thatcher, and Newton Blight are the lovers. So you're down by the Pembroke Hospital docks. And then you two are actually in the heart of Whitechapel. So what we're going to do is I have to go right here. And I have to go right here. And I have to go right there for a quest. So I'll go up here, do the quest, sneak up here and take care of that. Then go down here through there, take care of that, and then come back through here. And then continue the main quest line. I think that is what I shall do. Although merchants change their wares depending on the borough's health status, Whitechapel's not doing great, but the docks are doing fantastic, which means that you should be carrying the good. Right here. You're the expensive one. No, you're the expensive one. Actually, you're both kind of expensive. Guess I'm doing the rounds. We're doing Final Fantasy house laps. Hello, Prep. Okay. I'm going to get my water and take a pee break really quickly. If you guys don't mind. Even if you did, I'm going to do it regardless. You're watching OKPV. At least one of the best streams on Twitch.